In this video, I want to talk about the real reason why Blackface is dissing TuFace. And I want to link that to why good people do bad things in life. If you are just new to this channel, if this is your first time of coming to my channel, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and I want to ask that you subscribe. This channel, what I do is to give you the courage and the necessary insights to lead your life and business in the direction that matters to you. And I do that every single Thursday of the week. Now, over the last 48 hours, there's been a hula baloo between TuFace and Blackface, basically because Blackface released a song where he literally mentioned TuFace and said, in fact, a line in the song says that I will slap your face and take away the two from your face. And when I heard that, I just smiled. Now, in my circles, I've heard a lot of people lambast Blackface. I watched quite a number of interviews, watched a number of documentaries where the people were kind of biased, and they were trying to say that Blackface is just looking for fame, is just looking for his lost glory, is just looking for something that he had missed because he doesn't have a close relationship with TuFace any longer. But I want to give you a new perspective here. Now, as a behavioral transformation therapist, I help people heal the past, own the present, and accept the future. And as a businessman, I help coaches uncover the hidden assets in their lives and businesses. Now, one of the things that I do in my line of work is to look beyond what people are doing, to actually look at what is motivating it, why they do what they are doing. And if you pay close attention and you have studied the trend between TuFace and Blackface, you realize that just like every other person, there is a motivation behind everything that's going on between TuFace and Blackface. Now, there are 6 things that motivate people, that drive people to do whatever it is they do, whether it is good, whether it is bad. Number 1 is certainty. The fact that they want to be sure of their plans and their predictions that is going to come to pass in the proper way that they have planned. And this may make them want to get into positions of control where they want to control everything that's going to happen in their lives. Number 2, people are driven by variety. That is, they don't want to be bored. They don't want to live a life where everything is predictable in their lives, but that they can get to do anything they want to do at any time in their lives. Number 3, people are motivated by significance, or you can call it power. And when I say significance, this means that this person wants to be relevant, wants to be paid attention to, wants to be notable, wants to be influential, wants to be powerful. And as with the case with Blackface and TuFace, this seemed to me to be what is driving Blackface. Number 4 is the motivating factor of connection, where people are driven by the fact that they want to connect with people, they want to actually have close connections with people. And that seemed to me that is what he may be driving TuFace. Perhaps you will notice that with some of the relationships he has had and he still maintains till now. Number 5 is growth, where people are driven to want to develop, constantly grow, constantly develop on who they are, constantly improve on themselves. And number 6 is contribution, where people want to give to others, when they want to make meaningful, significant inputs in other people's lives. Maybe just as I'm doing here. Now, out of all of this, if you pay close attention, and as with all that I've done, to have watched several interviews, to have gone through several discussions, over this case of TuFace and Blackface, that Blackface dissed TuFace, one thing I have noticed in all of this conversation is that nobody is talking about why Blackface is actually doing it. What they are talking about, of course, as with every story, is that they are only talking about the top layer of the story, the lower layer of the story, which is the story that people are not talking about when it comes to this case. And if you are a coach, a speaker, a trainer, these are the things that you should look out for when you're working with people, especially that, okay, if people behave this way, what motivates them to behave that way? So a couple of months ago, Linda KG, for example, said that she fell pregnant. and people started lambasting her too and all that. And when I decided to go read her own story and to listen to some of other conversations she's had, I discovered that she's driven by connection. She just wants to have this connection with a baby. And there's no other way she can have it since she's not married. How can she have a baby without getting pregnant? Do you understand? So coming back to Blackface and TuFace, the major reason why Blackface is doing what he's doing is because he's driven by, and I may not be totally correct but I am sure that at least I can be 70% correct with these, is basically driven by significance. And if you want to understand this, what you need to pay attention to is the timeline that has happened between him and TuFace. So back when they were in Benue State, they were both friends. TuFace was just practically just a guy that just wanted to maybe enjoy the pleasures of life, and Blackface brought some structure into it. Blackface brought some, okay, let's do this, let's do that. He brought a lot of ideas, and him and TuFace began to work together. And as they began to work together, they began to build this brand called Plantation Boys. Eventually, they actually created a name called Plantation Boys. And as they began to work together, they built this Plantation Boys till when Faze now joined them. Faze was actually called, I think, Lyrical something. That was his initial name. And interestingly, you may be wondering, but you're a therapist now, how do you know all this? Well, that was because in my former life, I wanted to be a rapper. I actually wanted to be a rapper. In fact, I even met the producer of No More Loss. If you know who No More Loss is late now. I actually met the producer of No More Loss in the pursuit of me doing music then. So I can understand what's driving Blackface. Is either driven by the fact that he wants to attain the position of power back in TuFace's life, and TuFace maybe he has become wiser and he has grown up and is like, I'm not going to give you this access into my life any longer. Yes, we were there, but we have moved on. And like they say in our nation here, that 20 children cannot play together for 20 years. Maybe TuFace has gotten to that level where he just said, okay, I want to have new associations, I want to have new connections with people, and so let me maintain that. And Blackface is bittered by that. He still wants to have that position of influence, that position of power in TuFace's life, and TuFace is not giving that to him. That is the main reason why TuFace and Blackface is dissing TuFace, not because he stole his song. So reporters, magazines, newspapers that are saying that he's dissing because of African Queen, that's not the real reason. The real reason is actually that position of influence. That's what you need to pay attention to. Now, if TuFace should give Blackface this position of influence again, you will notice that Blackface will become this smiling, jovial guy, and he will want to relate with TuFace all over again. So it's not just that. In fact, I was watching a documentary. Was it a documentary? I was actually watching an interview on TVC with Blackface, and he said that his songs were kind of, he did not say it outrightly, but he said that he would take his songs to radio, and radio did not accept his songs. They will accept it or they will not play it. It's kind of like they had blacklisted his name from media. So you will see that not just the fight against TuFace, he's actually fighting for his own life. He wants to have that position of significance. He has tried to do several things over the last 17, 18 years of his life, and suddenly it was taken away from him. So it is worth that he's doing that. Now back to you. If you think with me right now, you realize that the main reason why people do bad things is not because they are bad people. Good people do bad things because they have positive intention. Of these 6 different intentions, these 6 reasons that drive people, you'll find that all of them are actually positive. They want to be certain, they want to have variety in their life, they want to have significance, they want to have connection with people, they want to grow, and they want to contribute to others. So let me make it a little contextual for you so that you can actually understand it. So if you're driven by certainty, you want to be able to plan everything. If you're driven by variety, you want to enjoy as much fun in your life as possible. You don't want people to box you. If you're driven by significance, when you are with your friends, you want to seem to be the person who will have the loudest voice. Maybe you have the loudest music. You just want to have a place of significance, a place of power, a place of influence. And if you're driven by connection, you will notice that you are always wanting to have connections with people, maintain close relationships with people. And if you're driven by significant contribution, you always want to give back. You always want to give something to people. Those are the 6 reasons why people do whatever it is they do, whether it is bad or good. So this is where I'm going to end this video right now. My name again is Daniel Samuel, and as I said earlier on this channel, what I do is to give you the courage and the necessary insights to lead your life and business in the direction that matters to you. Now, if you are just discovering me for the first time, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, perhaps to learn more about human behavior, to learn more even about your own behavior, and of course, how that translates into business. I am Dayo Samuel again, and as I always say, this is how to live your life without limits. I'll see you again some other time.